This is cool, but this is far better. And that's why on this episode I'm going to be installing the Wink mod from MX5 Tech. If you can do this, and this, and this, then you're fully qualified to fit the MX5 Tech Wink mod. The first thing to do is disconnect the battery, and I'm sure you all know how to do that, and the rest is underneath the bonnet. This kit is so simple, it's just a control box and 2 wires. Now this control box is designed to go right here, out of the way of any heat and water, and they supply you with the tie wraps to secure the control box up there. In the control box, there are 2 slots where the tie wraps slide into. Make sure that's nice and secure. Cut them tie wraps off. Honestly, that was probably the hardest part of the install. Now you need to disconnect the headlight motors. There's one either side, and that should be attached to the side of the headlight, but I've broke my clip so it's down here. It's a simple press, pull and release. And from the control box, we've got 2 wires. One short one and one long one. The short one goes to the one closest to the control box, and the longer one goes to the one furthest away. So now you've got to route these cables somewhere neat and out of the way, and somewhere where they're not going to get caught by the headlight moving. And for the long one, try and keep it away from the radiator a little bit. So off of camera, I've neatly routed those cables underneath the first headlamp, cable tied them to existing cables down there, so I know that's right out of the way of the headlight. Then there's a little access hole just underneath here, and I pulled the long cable under here. And I removed this plastic cooling panel to get access to those wires, and again tie wrapping it to some existing cables. So it's nice, neat and out of the way. Then ran it through the same access hole down here, tie wrapped it right out of the way to existing cabling here, and now the plugs are right where I want them. So to do that, I needed the headlights up, and I've already disconnected the battery. So to move those up, all you do is remove this little cover here and twist this clockwise until the light is in the right position. Now I'm going to return them back to the closed position, and to do that, carry on turning it clockwise until the headlamp is closed, and pop the cover back on. With all those wires out of the way and secure, all we've got to do is plug in the connectors. They are male and female, they only go one way round, so you can't get this part wrong. And then tuck them out of the way, use a cable tie if necessary, but just make sure they're not going to get caught on the headlight. And for the other side, reconnect the battery, and that's the installation complete. When you reconnect the battery, the headlights may go up and down, but don't worry, that is completely normal. That's just the Wink mod initializing that it's installed. Now before doing anything else, we need to reset that module. And to do that, simply flash 10 times without a break. And that should reset the module. As long as both headlights go up and down, we know everything is installed correctly. Now straight out of the box, this has some pretty cool functions. Depending how many times you press the headlamp button, it will do different things. So if I press it quickly twice, it will do a little Mexican wave. If I press it 3 times, just one headlight will pop up. If I press it 4 times, it'll flash both headlights twice, and 6 times it will do it the opposite way. But it can do a lot more than this. To unlock the full potential of this kit, there's a QR code on the box that if you scan with your phone, which will open up a link to the MX5 Tech app, simply download that and open it up, and you'll be greeted with 3 options. We want the bottom one, MX5 Wink. This will then connect to the car, and we just want the first 2 options. The top one, do winks, and then you can control what the lights do. So if we just want to wink the right light, or the left light, left to right, right to left, left right twice, right left twice, both together twice, Mexican wave left to right, and right to left. And then we have the option for sleepy eyes. Now it just looks drunk. And of course, then you could turn it off again. And then if we go back and select the Wink mod setup, we then have the option to choose what the button inside the car does depending on how many times we press it. And you can change all 4 actions. You could change the height of the sleepy eyes, but make sure you press apply changes if you've changed anything to the above options. And then at the bottom, we have our sleepy eye setup. Change the numbers depending on what you want, and then press test, and the sleepy eye should go on. You can then play around with the sleepy eye height at the top. Just make sure you click apply changes, and then fiddle around with these 2 numbers at the bottom until you're happy. Now there's only one downside that I can find with this kit. If you want your car sitting at a car show looking drunk, that unfortunately is only going to happen temporarily. This kit uses a tiny amount of power, and to make sure your battery doesn't die, after about 10 or 15 minutes it will go into sleep mode and put the lights back down. But other than that, this is a great kit. So that is the MX5 Tech Wink mod all installed and set up on the phone. If this video helped you fit your MX5 Tech Wink mod or made you really want to buy one, leave it down in the comments below. Make sure you like and share this video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.